Patrick Warburton, an honor to talk to you. The voice of a generation, I would say. I mean, I don't want to make you feel old, but I grew up hearing your voice on iconic cartoons like Emperor's New Groove, obviously Family Guy, B Movie. We've seen you as, a series of unfortunate events, Lemony Snicket. Like, you've been everywhere, bro. When do you get time to sleep?
Well, video doesn't really usually take that much time. So that's one of the reasons why we all love that gig, because you're in and you're out. I mean, I've never worked harder than making a pivot in my career at this point, doing stand up. In order to be a great stand up comic, yeah, you drink, sleep, and breathe it. And I was like, well, it just kind of started happening for me. And I'm actually shooting my first special in 2 months, and all the folks that are getting involved are like, they're not sure this has been done before. A year into it, shooting it, but we have, we feel pretty good. It's been going all right, and been selling out joints and having fun. But Brandon, it's so weird to make a pivot like this, at 60 and be like this, and all of a sudden kind of have a new life. And I love it. I'm not crazy about the, traveling.
To make the pivot and make that leap, what even inspired you to do that? Were you just watching stand up one day and said, why have I not done that more?
Well, Brandon, full disclosure, I did it for a month when I was 21 years old, but that's just like amateur night on a Sunday. 40 years I didn't do it. Always regretted it, but I have a family. I'm trying to make a living and working and stuff. It's an actor. And then I just said, screw it, I'm going to do it. A year ago, started doing 15-minute sets, at the Improv in Melrose, and, and maybe the Laugh Factory, some of the local joints. That was the beginning. And so I've just sort of been rolling with it since then. Yeah.
So you're going to be in Waukegan inside the American Place Casino May 10th. What can fans expect when they hear you on the stage?
I disclose an awful lot about me, my family, and I throw people under the bus too. Oh, I do, in a loving way.
Do you target the folks in front, or do you try to go a little more deeper into the crowd?
Crowd work is, something that I'm just starting to, figure out a little bit. I mean, they're a great crowd work. I watched, 2 hours of Jay Okerson there, Big Jay, right? Yeah. I mean, he's a genius at that. He's really, really good. That's a talent. And that's just something that you gotta, develop and stuff, So most of my stuff, but I do integrate. I do involve. I get the audience involved a little bit. Yeah.
Our station, we air Seinfeld a lot of Seinfeld super fans here in Chicago. And man, you had a memorable 10 episode stint there as Elaine's on again, off again boyfriend Putty. What was it like working with Jerry and the crew during that time?
That was awesome. I mean, I was a huge fan of that show before I ever got to be on it. 6th season. Where'd you go? And I just did. At the time I was working, and so I didn't have to go in for casting. I just went straight in for producers, which meant my first reading was for Jerry and Larry David, and it went well, and they seemed like it. So I did an episode. They liked the character. They brought me back like a couple weeks later to do the Face Painter episode. But then the next 2 years go by, and if Seinfeld's calling about availability, I can't do it because I'm on another show on another network, and they won't let me out to do another network show. Fortunately, they canceled that show, and I crossed paths with Jerry, and he brought me back. He goes, "Hey, you want to do work on the 9th season?" I go, "Yeah, sure, of course." So that's where I did most of my episodes in that final season. But because I was such a big fan of that show, it was always whenever you got invited back and you got to be there on stage. 19, I believe it was, at CBS Radford. You knew that you were on hallowed ground there. It was great, and they were all so sweet. Everybody was great.
Hey, appreciate you talking with me. I'm excited for you Saturday, May 10th in Waukegan at the American Place Casino. Good luck, break a leg, and you're going to have people laughing for sure. I know it.
Thanks, Brandon. Appreciate that, man.